about, have you ever felt like you are taking one giant step forward only then to take 2 steps back? You're on that treadmill and you're going, okay, I'm going faster, but I just don't know how to get off. I don't know how to stop this thing. Or you're going round and round in circles with your life and you're saying, no matter what I do, I can't seem to make change that sticks. So here's the thing. It may be this. Us humans are designed to keep ourselves safe. Our brains are designed to keep ourselves safe, right? And we're not ever going to put ourselves in a position which could potentially risk our health and well-being. But if you're experiencing this, I want to introduce you to a concept of what's called the terror barrier, because we all have like an internal thermostat as to where we sit. And Denise, make some comments if you like. Let me know how you're doing, if you've got any thoughts or questions. Our internal thermostat is about how we sit. It might be, for example, when you lose weight. Why people can't lose weight is because they will lose it, they don't keep it off, or sorry, they can lose it, but they can't keep it off, because we have an internal mechanism, like an internal thermostat, that keeps us safe. Hey, Amos. Hi, Harriet. Nice to see you. I can't see any comments. Somebody said to me a few days ago that they couldn't comment. So I guess you can't comment to tell me you can't comment. But hey, I can see you there. Hi, Amos from Adelaide, Australia. I wonder if you're back in Canada. So we're talking about that internal thermostat that keeps you stuck where you are. And that's why you can lose weight or you can start a fitness regime, but you're not necessarily going to stick to it, because majority of people don't, because there's that internal thermostat that says in the back of your head and your unconscious mind that you're set and programmed to be at a different place. So like a thermostat in your house. If you stick the heating on, it's always going to come to a certain level. When it reaches that level, it's going to stop. It'll probably switch it off. We are programmed the same way. And that's why I want to talk to you about this whole thing of going around in circles, taking a step forward and taking a big step back. The internal barriers that we have to stepping out of that is huge, and you've got to be aware, otherwise you're not going to break out of it. I want to share a quick example with you just to highlight what I'm talking about, because this will really keep you stuck. And I hear it all the time with my clients, but Harriet, I'm doing all the right things. I'm doing everything the other coaches told me or this person told me to do. And they're so frustrated. It's heartbreaking to see that what's happening is so simple to solve, but it's going to hurt. Anything good in life wasn't achieved by sitting in an armchair and not feeling some sort of pain through change. So let me tell you quickly about Tanya, one of my clients who's given me full permission to share this. Tanya is like an inner city mum, the trendy mum, soccer mum, got the nice lifestyle, organic lifestyle. She's done that for years. She wants to, hey Amos, she wants to, have that nice organic trendy lifestyle. She's got the 3 kids, sort of, it's all happening for her. But over time, she thinks, I'd really like to move to the country. I'd like to move up into the country, have some chickens, live in the hills, have that, really take this organic sort of healthy lifestyle to another step. And, this whole romantic idea of the wood fires in winter and, the children roaming free in the fresh air. I mean, very idealistic, but very achievable for her, particularly living in Australia. That's something you can do. So over time, that idea becomes more and more exciting for her. She's like, yeah, this is something I really want to do. She talks about it for 2 or 3 years. She thinks how it can work. She looks at the schools. She looks at all the options. But over time, it becomes more realistic, and that inner city life versus the new country life becomes 2 really good options for her. So what does she do? She contacts the realtor or the real estate agent to get an appraisal done on her trendy inner city home. She starts to look for property in the country, and she's just about to sign a contract for sale to sell her inner city home to purchase this, idyllic place in the country. And what happens? Suddenly it's like, no, she gets cold feet. Because what's happening here is her old idea of who she is, where that thermostat is set, the old idea of where she's at, it's like, oh, this is who I am. This is my identity. Subconsciously, she's going, oh, change. That means I'm going to have to I don't know how all this is going to work. You know, what would happen here? What if the power went out? What if there was a bushfire? What if this? What? How am I going to do this? How's this going to happen? So this old idea and the new idea, or the X and the Y, are simply not meeting. So we've got the new idea, that's the country, that's the move to the country, and the old idea, which is staying in her inner city home and her lifestyle. So what happens? Tanya suddenly hit the terror barrier. Oh, that's my very poor attempt at drawing a scared face. She doesn't even know it. Her internal thermostat is saying, Tanya, danger. You're going off into the country. God, you know, wild chickens, cavemen, bushfires, crazy shit going on. You know, who knows what can happen? What if the car breaks down and I'm on a little track somewhere and can't get away? So she's got this whole thing going on with the old idea, the inner city life, the new idea. They're not mixing. It's oil and water. It's turmoil. She's sitting at the crossroads. She feels sick. She might feel anxiety. She's going, oh, I can't stay here. I'm sick of this lifestyle, but I'm so scared to move to that one. Guys, have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt, hi Lucy, have you ever felt when you've had to make a decision, that sickening feeling? It literally is like being at the crossroads. You know you can't stay sitting at those traffic lights or at that crossroad. You have to move, right? You have to go that way or that way. And that's what she's got. She's got this. She's got the new idea to go that way, or she's got the old idea. Can you see that? To go that way. But she can't stay sitting and she feels sick. She's wound up. She can't sleep. Her heart's beating. She's getting some anxiety. And eventually what happens? She goes, oh, look, this is too hard. For some reason, things about the move to the country don't work out. Oh, well, you know, it was probably just a dream anyway. This is what I heard. It's probably just a dream. Probably just a dream. Oh, well, it was never going to work out. No. Yeah, I think it's just better that we stay where we are in our inner city lifestyle. Oh, the kids are at school here. They're happy. I don't really want to disrupt them. And she justifies her position. Do you know what's just happened? And you may relate. Do you know what's just happened to Tanya? She's hit the terror barrier, this thing. Those old and new ideas just weren't mixing. She was in so much discomfort, she defaulted. She retreated back to her comfort zone. So all those beautiful big dreams she had for living in the country and having this idyllic lifestyle had just gone bang. She bounced right off her own terror barrier, her own comfort zone. And she's back in that space. So what happened? The old idea won. And do you know what? The end to this story, she never did move to the country. And it's really sad because guess what? Now her children have all grown up, left home, and are at university. And she never made the move to the country. And is she full of regret? Yes, she is. But we talked about this for many years. It's the terror barrier. She's coming along and she hits it and she bounces right back off and goes back into safety, comfort zone. So if I can impress anything on you guys, if you are looking to make significant change in your life, whether it's a relationship, it doesn't matter what it is, it applies to everything. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a new job, you are going to feel shit scared. You are going to hit this thing called the terror barrier. I remember I was about to spend £5,000. I was living in London only 18 months ago to do my training as a certified coach and practitioner with Jack Canfield. I sat and stared at the wall, literally like some sort of crazy human, just sitting there staring at the wall and feeling sick to my stomach. But this is what I wanted so badly. But I could see those numbers in my bank account going, woo, it's scary, right? But if I didn't do that, my life wouldn't have transformed in 6 months. I turned everything around. And do you think I didn't hit that terror barrier? Do you think anything great in life is achieved by retreating to a comfort zone? No, you are worth more than that. I can't stress this enough. This is my sort of zone of passion because I see it so many times in men and women. Men and women, they hit that. They stay in relationships that are unsatisfactory. They stay in jobs that suck. They stay in their inner city lifestyles when they want to move to the country, but they retreat. They bang up against a bit of discomfort, the terror barrier. You know, what you want is right over the other side of that. What's over the other side of your terror barrier, guys, is what you want. You're not going to know the hows of how it's all going to work. You're not going to know the ins and outs because you just simply don't know. But you are so awesome and talented, and you've had amazing experiences in your life that you don't need to worry. It'll be taken care of. You have so much capacity and capability to do what you want to do. But your old unconscious mind that wants to keep you safe is going to have you bouncing straight off that terror barrier. What you need to do, if you want to get off that cycle, if you want to get off the wheel, if you want to get off that treadmill and you're going, shit, I just can't get off it, I'm doing everything I think I can, you need to look at yourself and say, am I prepared to go through the pain of pushing through that barrier? Because I know what I want is over the other side, and I can't see it because it is a wall. It's a massive wall. Does that make sense? I'm not seeing any comments. I may be talking to myself, but hey, you know, that's totally cool. Not everybody's insane like me and gets up at 6 a.m. to do Wake Up with Harriet. So I just really care deeply for you guys and whoever may be watching, if this can make a difference for you, that just be aware of it, because you're probably not even aware that this is happening for you, right? You're just thinking, oh crap, well, it didn't work out. Do you know the amount of times, do you know how many stories, I'm on a rant this morning, right? It's Friday for me, so I'm on a rant. Friday, and I've only had a few hours sleep. I'm ranting. Do you know how many freaking lives end up unfulfilled? People in those graveyards who never lived their dreams, who lived their potential, who never gave their incredible talents to the world because they didn't push through the terror barrier. They bounced straight off it because it hurt, it was painful. If it's worth doing, you're going to have to feel some pain. You're going to have to go through some shit. Great stuff doesn't happen. It doesn't get handed to you on a plate. You need to bust through this thing, the terror barrier. But be aware of it. I don't want you to be one of these people that takes it to you, to the grave with you, because life is short. We never know what is around the corner. And I don't want you to be Tanya, the Tanya equivalent. If you're just joining, that probably makes no sense at all. What is she talking about? I don't want you to be Tanya. Go back and listen. I don't want you to be like Tanya and not understand that you keep defaulting back to your safety, your comfort zone, and never doing the things you want in life. And she's hit 50 years old and she's never done the things she wanted to do. That to me is, pardon me, freaking tragic. Don't let that be you. So that's my Friday rant. Maybe we should have Friday rant day, but I feel very passionate about this. So just be mindful. If you're on that treadmill, if you feel like you're going round and round and round in circles, you can't get off, ask yourself, you want the change, you're here where you are right now, the two ideas aren't mixing. Are you prepared to feel the pain to bust through it? Okay. And there's plenty of resources that I can help you with. If you wanted to have a quick chat, just message me. Just let me know. This is my area of expertise and clearly my passion. I've done it myself multiple times, right? I have felt that sick feeling of busting through my terror barrier, but I don't want to see you going round and round and round on your treadmill either. It's so sad. It's so debilitating. It's so demoralizing and frustrating as all hell. And you just can't work out why you're not getting the breakthrough. So if you want to have a chat, let me know. So guys, thank you for staying with me during my rant. But just remember the terror barrier. Take a bit of Wonder Woman and bust through it, because what you want is on the other side, guys. What you want is on the other side. And of course, you're not going to be able to see it. Okay, rant over. Here if you need me. And I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you're at, wherever you are in the world. On Wednesday, we had France, the UK, I think we had somebody from Ireland, New Zealand. We had half the world on, which was great. So Denise, Amos, Lucy, thank you for joining. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, take care. Bye.